So we're talking to the delegates, those who've got the votes. We're engaging them. They're the foot soldiers of the party. They've been in opposition for a while. They know that us combining forces with the existing structure will make us win. And why are we doing this? Because for over the years, we sat down in Lagos. I've spoken about this conspiracy of silence in Lagos. Everybody sees something they don't want to talk. Let me take you through the last 2 fiscal years in the state of Lagos. You understand what we're talking about. In 2020, Governor Sanwo-Olu came, and that will be his first full year budget. He came with a budget of about 920 billion. That was after it was slashed, by 21% from 1.169 trillion because of the pandemic. And this budget in question was the same year we had increase in our revenue generation of IGR of about 418 billion compared to 2019 of 398 billion. So we had more money. That same year, that same pandemic year, was the year we increased our borrowing from 877.33 billion to 1.04 trillion, which means we also borrowed more money and had more money. So at the end of that year, Lagos state government is not ranked among the 5 state governments that invested more on capital expenditure in that year. So where did the money go to? Come to 2021, the same thing. This guy came with a budget of 1.16 trillion, for 2021 budget. And when he was presenting that budget, he said this budget will focus on completion of ongoing projects and talking about investment in increased human development program for health and education sector. If you understand that, those are perishables, okay? Completion of ongoing projects. What are the projects? And that is what we had. But in November last year, when the government was presenting the 2022 budget, it spoke about that budget, has done about 80% performance, hoping that by the end of the year, it would have done 90% performance. At the end of the day, with all this budget performance, you see nothing to show for it on the streets of Lagos in that one. In 2022 budget, the guy also came up with 1.138 trillion budget, which was later increased to 1.754 trillion by the House of Assembly. And this budget, again, is focusing on completion of ongoing projects and, expansion of social intervention and supporting Lagosians on SMEs. If you look at all of this again, they are perishable. It's not pointing at something. And this is what we're talking about. And this assembly, that also increased that budget to 1.754 trillion, are saying that the surplus, they brought it from the previous fiscal year and put it in, they call it contingency fund for the 2020. And you start asking yourself, it appears we don't even understand this whole thing anymore. Contingency for what? And nobody is saying anything. That's why I spoke about the conspiracy of silence. This is something that we have come to change in the state of Lagos. So we hear every time that Lagos is a wealthy state, but we cannot see that wealth on the street of Lagos. That is what we are coming to bear. That's what the PDP government coming in 2023